Hey there, everyone, and welcome to another installment of Horoscope Storytime. This is the week where we now have Jupiter in Gemini, and I hope you're really enjoying that energy. I'd love to hear if you've got any experiences or had any happenings that are really quite descriptive of this ingress. So we've got Jupiter in Gemini until June 9 or June 10, depending on your time zone. So we're going to be doing the horoscopes this week between May 27 and June 2. Before we get straight into them, I just want to make a quick announcement that this week only through until June 2, I am offering 20% off all of the readings on my website. I usually do this around my solar return. It's not my solar return just yet. However, being a natal Jupiter in Gemini, I wanted to celebrate that with you and offer you 20% off. So I'll put a code and the link in the description below. The code is Gemini20 that you can use in any of my consultations. So you can book it at any time that you like, but the sale itself is on until the weekend. And of course, June 6th, my contemporary astrology program begins. So if you're looking to get started in learning astrology in a structured practice that is guided by someone who's been doing astrology now for almost 20 years, coming up for in the next few months, I'd love to have you on board. So we're going to be going through 8 modules that will cover houses, signs, planets, aspects, all those very key basic components. Then going into sort of what I call more advanced beginner components, and that is fixed stars, synodic cycles, lunar phases, and a deep dive into essential dignity as well. So that's the year 1 program. If you would like more information and to sign up, I'll put another link in the show notes below. There's a pay in full option. There's payment plans if that helps you out. And I'd love to see you in class. And of course, if you've got any questions, feel free to pop it in the comments or you can email me at my website. So that's the announcements, and let's get into the horoscopes for this week. So they begin with just a bit of a overview. And if you are clued into the astrology of the week that's coming up, you'll probably be able to tell that a lot of the, I guess, creative inspiration will come from the planetary energy, even though I'm not saying the planetary energy in most cases. Okay, so again, May 27 to June 2. The threshold has been crossed that will define the next 12 months. To face towards the light, you must first face the depths of doubt, your shadows from the past, and decimate all uncertainty. Bow only to those who can place judgment upon you, and that is not whom you may think. Strike the match, light the flame, dispel the darkness. A single word of truth can eradicate an eternity of lies. But would you believe? Even if the Messiah you're waiting for came back, would you recognize him? Would you believe? What if he's already here? What if he's been and gone? What if he is you? Liberate your mind so that the traps that have been sprung don't enslave you. Separate from what you know and from even whom you know if required. If in doubt, ask questions. If you don't get clear and direct answers, you know they're lies. Utilize calculated thinking and apply logic. Word salads sound fancy, but they're evasive and manipulative. It's always easier to follow than to be the odd one out. But in an age of growing a following, be an original, be a heretic. The cost of conformity is that everyone likes you except yourself. I must say I'm under Mercury-Neptune transit, so I do get a bit tongue twisted. The writing's fine. I can get that out okay. But speaking is a bit of a challenge. Anywho, let's continue. Aries. A bold and radical move is always available. That is, provided you're willing to change your mind. Live by the sword if you must, but you must be willing to die on it. This week, you may have to decide which hill you're going to do battle on and maybe proverbially even die on. Try not to knock back an unconventional idea just because it may mean taking a course correction. Money issues can be solved by a change of thinking too. Taurus, you can sparkle and attract all the right things as long as you're willing to truly be yourself. This may mean taking a different pathway, saying something different or out of character for you, or simply speaking your mind. Other people, but most importantly yourself, feel so much better when you know where you stand and you make it known. By being uniquely you, you'll be amazed by the magic you'll call into your life and quite possibly your bank account too. Gemini, we all know logically what to do, but it takes time for our soul to connect to it. Sometimes it's our soul that knows what's up, but it's our minds that need time to grapple with it. You may find yourself in one of those places this week. Regardless, just know that one way or another, opportunities multiply when they are seized. Take too long in exploring the possibilities, you may see you miss one. Be at the ready for an exciting opportunity, even if you don't have everything figured out. Cancer. So much of the sky's action is now placed within the most private corner of your horoscope. You may feel the need to hibernate within your shell as you grapple with recent events. Feelings aren't facts, and facts aren't feelings. That said, they both still matter. Do err on the side of your feelings, or do you stick with the facts? You may not have all the answers right now, but you will soon. Allow things to evolve in due time. Leo, the more you extend yourself within a community or a social group now, the more success you'll experience. It may not happen overnight, but it will be a result of sustained efforts over time. Stretching and extending yourself in social or networking situations can open the right doors for you. So start accepting invitations you may otherwise decline and build your little black book of people worth knowing. Other people are the key to your professional and personal success. Virgo, sometimes the best thing you can do to solve a problem is just to make a decision. Sure, you can split hairs, deliberate, weigh up and down all your options. However, this week does strike while the iron's hot kind of energy to it. Sometimes the best choices are made when you don't think too much about them. If you have an important decision to make, the best choice is to just say yes. You can figure out the rest later. Libra, you can't ever really find out how far you can go until you stretch beyond what you know. A chance, an opportunity, or a sudden choice could propel you towards everything you ever wanted. So what is it that you want? Once that is defined, if it isn't already, then you're more likely to obtain or achieve it. The question might be, how much are you willing to invest financially, emotionally, or otherwise? Figure out that limit and then push up against it. Scorpio, an honest or an unconventional conversation can help you get clarity regarding a relationship in either your personal or professional life. Once you're back on the same page, you'll be amazed how quickly you will begin to feel better about things. The closeness and intimacy you crave with someone special lies in the words you've been avoiding saying. Work-wise, you may find that recent efforts are finally reflected in your finances. Sagittarius, your stars are especially lucky for love now, thanks to your personal planet Jupiter being in your relationship zone. As the manic pace of your life begins to slow down, you'll now get to enjoy the best of what relationships have to offer, both romantically and otherwise. You may also realize just how much other people are willing to step up and support you. Be open, flexible, and curious, and you'll be amazed by the magic that can happen. Capricorn, on the one hand, life is about to get super busy, while on the other, it's not too late to still have a little bit of fun. So before you truly commit yourself to doing what it takes or going the extra mile with your goals and aspirations, do leave some room for spontaneity. You see, sprinkling a little salt or sugar on your life will remind you that the reason you're working will remind you of the reason you're working so hard. Let your hair down and do something out of the blue. Aquarius, if you're willing, the universe does have some amazing opportunities written in the stars for you now. The catch, you have to be willing to try your luck. In the game called love, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You do really have to be in it to win it. So, if you want more love, joy, and fun in your life, then you have to be willing to go out there and find it. It's actually easier for you now than you may think. Pisces, the joy and connection you want at home is now available. With the sky's best planets all hovering in your home zone, you may opt to be with your kin and clan. The extra effort made to make a house a home will not only nourish and support those you love, but you too as well. If you have a domestic dream in your heart that you're yet to attain, then the time is right for you to go for it. So that wraps up the horoscopes for this week. I hope you enjoyed them. If you have any feedback, comments, or experiences about the stars this week that you would like to share, please leave a comment below. Again, the code to save 20% off a reading is Gemini 20. You can have that at any time throughout the year, but the sale is only on until this weekend, June 2. And June 6 is when we begin the Contemporary Astrology program. So the links for more information will be below. And I hope you have a really wonderful first week of Jupiter in Gemini. Bye for now.